Zero Talent Podcast. Yes, it's been a while. Yes, we're still alive. All right, bro. Restart it. I'm just playing. Yeah, we're back. We had a good break. Christian had a lot of stuff going on in his life, aspiring to be a pastor. So he's been to school to be a pastor. He just went on week 3 of pastoring school or whatever they call it. Met a lot of cool kids. He's having a fun time. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
What do I like kids?
All right, bro.
What?
All right, bro. Anyway, so, yeah, we're finally back. A lot has happened, so we're going to go over a lot of it. I think we should kick off with Gators football and what's been going on with that and Gators basketball as well. But first, I do want to bring on our Gators analyst and specialist, Choa Noman. Choa Noman, everybody. Choa, welcome to the show. Really, really happy to have you on.
It's an honor to be on here. I'm an avid fan of your show. I watch you every week.
Thank you.
Every week that you're producing.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've been gone for a while, so I appreciate the support. I think we kick it off. How are you feeling about the new hire?
I love it.
Actually, before that, how you feel about what we didn't hire? Let's get into Lane Steam
I think that we dodged a bullet. I think that they're calling it the Lane train. We should have called it the Lane bullet train that is crashing into a wall somewhere. I think that had we actually hired him, I would have felt really yucky. I would have felt embarrassed to be a fan. I think that this new guy, Summerall, that's about all I have to say about Lane, by the way. I'm not very opinionated because he's such an underwhelming person. He's a child. He's very immature. I would say overall this Summerall hire is already doing numbers, and he hasn't even stepped onto the sideline yet. I mean, this is a guy who he prioritizes his family. He prioritizes the fans. He knows what we want to hear, and we'll see if that's lip service or if that's the actual truth. I think that feeds directly into what I think is the heart and soul of college ball, and it's why I will always like college more than NFL, which is the spirit. You can have these like organizations like the NFL, which feel really corporate and they feel really structured and things like that. But when you have college, man, you go to a college game and there's electricity in the air, there's a spirit, and you want someone like Summerall who is going to carry the attitude, is going to carry the spirit, and he's already said a lot of things that really excite me. He's already made a lot of hires that really excite me. We just hired OC of the year and a very talented defensive coordinator from Kentucky. We have a lot more talent than them defensively, and I would like to see what we do with all of that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a little long-winded.
I think a perfect example of what he was talking about as far as the college atmosphere is going to a Jaguar game when we're 3-14, 2 wins, 1 win, whatever. I mean, you're talking about. I'm not even joking, not over-exaggerating. Probably 10 to 20% capacity in that stadium, which is just embarrassing. Versus, I mean, you talk about 4-8 Florida packing, selling out the swamp.
I mean, they've sold
for
out,
FSU.
14 games in a row.
I think we're up to 18.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. And we've, as dog crap as we've been the past few years. Yeah, I mean, we don't deserve it. But
and someone like Kiffin is he's so snobby. He's on his high horse. I don't think that he's not grateful. I mean, his biggest opponents last year were his fans. He had to beg his fans to show up, and ironically enough, their highest selling game to date was when they played us. That was their Super Bowl. And I also want to talk about the bowl game coming up because I have a strong opinion about that as well.
Well, let's go back to the Ole Miss game a little bit. How do you feel about that the no call? Or I'm sorry, the call which turned into a no call on the pass interference where Jaden Ball got hit before the ball even got there. Throw the flag. Lane comes out on the field, starts crying about it to the refs. Refs are like, all right, we'll pick it up, I guess. How y'all feel about that?
Kind of goes back what Todd Golden said about playing Duke. And I'm just going to steal his quote for a minute. He said, to beat Duke by one, you got to beat them by 10. That home cooking, that home field advantage ain't no joke. Lane Kiffin put the refs on blast at halftime about the field goal block, which they got wrong. It should have been an unsportsmanlike conduct. They should have had it on the 1 yard line, but it doesn't matter. It's what the ref called it, and I just think the refs let it get to their head whenever it went on national television that they suck, and it just didn't go our way. But as a Florida fan, I felt like we're in a game that we shouldn't have been in. I saw flashes of DJ Lagway I haven't seen since last year.
Yeah.
Actually running the football. I mean, you can't go in the preseason hyping up how this guy's 6'5", 245 pounds, and not run the football with him.
I mean, I'll go as far as to say I think that was his best game of the year. I don't know, maybe as a Gator.
I mean, you see these little glimpses of what we thought would be Heisman material this year, and it's just he's so inconsistent. You can watch him get in his own head. I was personally at the Tennessee game this year. In the very first play of the game, he got sacked, or maybe he got a yard or something like that. And I looked over at my grandfather who was sitting with me, and I said, that's it. He's out for the rest of the game. Because that's what happens. It takes one bad play to shift the momentum out of his favor. I think that Ole Miss was, despite the interception, was it just one?
But even the pick was a tipped pass.
I wouldn't say that. And I do want to speak about the overturned call as well. I mean, I completely agree with what Christian said, but at the same time, we also had a call that went in our favor, so I think it ended up evening itself out a little bit, despite it being a little egregious.
We had opportunities to win the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that was...
We didn't score the second half.
I think that was our most winnable game of the season. I think that there were multiple games like USF, like LSU, where we definitely should have won the game, and it was on us. I think that there were only 2 games that we lost where we should have lost, which was Georgia and Miami. You could make a case for Miami. But other than that, I mean, it falls back to the infrastructure of the team, and I think that a guy like Summerall, who's just he has a lot of this very virtuous, moral. I think he's going to create a good culture. I think he's going to create a place where people want to be, where it's not toxic. I think the people who will leave will set the precedent for who wants to be under that kind of leadership and who doesn't. I think the people that are going to be excited to be back, like we may have seen from DJ Lagway, he's hinted at it, that he's a Gator and he wants to stay.
Vernell Brown as well.
Vernell Brown as well, which I'm extremely excited about. Obviously, it goes without saying if we can land Jaden Ball, then we are in very good shape. Very good shape.
Now, what's you guys' opinion on obviously Ole Miss versus Tulane is coming up? I'm excited for that game. Obviously, rooting for Tulane.
Yeah.
Because of Summerall being there, but it does kind of it's going to irk me because I know just out of spite of Lane, if Tulane beats Ole Miss, Lane's going to be trolling them, bro. It's just going to be which is just going to aggravate me because he's going to be like, see what happens when I'm not there type of thing. It's just okay, bro. Well, and then if Ole Miss wins, then it's okay, that sucks.
Well, you have to look at you have to look at the facts, and it's that Ole Miss is a sinking ship that Lane Kiffin is the one who crashed it into the iceberg, and now they are all sinking. I mean, you have an 11-1 team. They have no direction. They have an inexperienced head coach or interim.
Yeah.
They have an inexperienced guy leading the helm. They have no offensive staff.
Yeah.
They have no direction, and yes, they beat Tulane 45-10 earlier on week 3. But I mean, if you look at it, it's really not that crazy. I mean, if you look at ranked teams, Ole Miss beat 3 ranked teams this year. Tulane beat 2.
Yeah.
It is really not that. It's not a far cry to say that Tulane is in this. I think that people may be shocked by how close the score is. Whether it goes either way. If you just look at the numbers, I think that there's a chance. I think that Summerall is going to finish strong, and I'd like to see him progress.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. How do you feel about FSU declining their bowl game? And also, we'll get into the college football playoffs.
I mean, I think that it was slimy that they even had a shot at it. I mean, we fair and square said, nope, you're not allowed. You shall not pass. I mean, we told them, and I was also at that game as well. It felt really good. Yeah, you can do the BTA thing for that. It felt really good, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that Florida was also going to decline. As to sort of conform with Notre Dame. I think that it was a really courageous and brave thing that Florida did to also decline a bowl game.
Yeah, so. I mean, the Notre Dame thing, we were talking about it at least I was talking about it with Christian, and we'll get it more to it. I think my issue with Notre Dame not getting in is mostly just the committee. Basically, like, nothing changed. No games were played for either teams. Notre Dame's at number 10. Miami's below them. And basically just because all of the media started freaking out, and I guess that's what controls the college football playoffs now. Because
and Alabama is allowed.
Alabama gets blown out by a top contender, and they're like, all right, sure, you can stay in, but let's get these guys out of here.
You can't punish them for playing in their conference championship game.
Fair enough, but for getting blown out.
Join a conference. Literally, all Notre Dame has to do is join a conference, and we would not be having this discussion.
Well, and I think that it would speak numbers too if, similarly to Ole Miss, if you didn't go through the season having a cupcake feast with these little teams that are completely irrelevant. I mean, I was looking at some of the teams that Ole Miss played this year in preparation for talking about this, and I don't even know some of them. I mean, the same thing goes for Notre Dame. I mean, you want to be this powerhouse unit, and it's like, who are you even playing, dude? Like, what are you?
Yeah.
Have the Florida Gators schedule. See what happens.
I feel like you can, well, that too. But I feel like you can say the same thing about, because Notre Dame's playing ACC opponents. They're just not in the ACC, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Join a conference.
I was talking to Ian about that. Remember that year they joined in the 2020? They joined the ACC.
Yeah, because everyone was playing the conference schedule. So you had to play somebody.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, my issue is, I guess I'm aggravated by the committee essentially just. It seems like letting the media control the playoffs, because it was no issue. Notre Dame was 3 weeks in a row, 10, 10, 10. But the media starts freaking out. Okay, never mind. Drop it.
But I got to disagree.
What happened?
I agree with the ranking. I think Miami
But I'm saying what
in.
happened?
What I'm saying is, okay, so you have one spot left, and the CFP poll is a completely different thing than the committee. Those are two. I want everyone to understand that there are two separate entities. The people that make the CFP poll are not the same people that do the committee.
But the committee had them at 10 for 3 weeks, and then they changed it. That was my issue.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying the college football playoff poll that comes out every week, that's not the committee.
I know. I'm talking about the committee had them at 10.
That's the committee. That's not the committee.
It is. I can pull it up.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that the people that make the ranking that said Miami was 11 and Notre Dame was 12 or something, or Notre Dame was 9 and Miami was 10 on the outside looking, whatever they were ranked.
You're talking about the official committee that comes out and releases live on television the rankings? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the actual picks. Yeah, who's getting in, who's out.
That's on the show. They had Notre Dame above Miami.
Okay, but that was just project. I'm telling you.
It's not projected. They release it early. That's what I'm saying.
I'm confused what you're trying to tell me.
I'm saying 3 weeks in a row, the official committee released the rankings, which had Notre Dame above them. That was the live show where they released who's there.
You also had BYU ahead of them, so you had a team that needed to get. Okay, so if BYU would have won
Mormons.
Notre Dame, if BYU would have won Notre Dame and
we love our Mormons.
Miami wouldn't have gotten in. What I'm saying is a spot opened up, BYU was in. So it's between Miami and Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame was above them.
And but what I'm saying is the way it worked
Brigham
out.
Young or Brigham Young? I don't know.
What I'm saying is the way how it worked out is what is the most important thing that comes into going to anything in any kind of conference standings in any kind of ranking in general. What's the first metric they go by? Head to head. Who won the head to head matchup? Okay, common opponents. They didn't beat anybody different. Okay, so now you're on your third, but we already have the head-to-head matchup. They've played.
I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about them putting Notre Dame above them. No game was played for either team, and then they decide, never mind.
But what I'm saying is so
this is why we need everyone in a conference, because it would make it a lot
I know.
easier,
Notre Dame, but what I'm saying is, all right, if you take 2 early losses, is it better to take 2 early losses or 2 late losses late in the season?
Early losses.
Okay, then. So Notre Dame lost their first 2 games of the season, while Miami lost their, I think it was 8th and one of the last games of the year. They're like third to last game. Okay, so with the way
against
it worked,
2 8 and 4 ACC
I'm saying,
teams.
so Notre Dame won 10 or 11 straight games. Miami was not on a winning streak like that. So obviously there's going to be some kind of pushback. Miami would be dropping. Notre Dame would be trending up.
Why is Notre Dame allowed to do whatever they want and we're not allowed to criticize them? Seems a little odd, doesn't it?
They need to join a conference. This
Dude,
wouldn't
I'm
be a
saying if they
question,
join, but I'm saying so. I agree. They should have been left out because you lost the head-to-head. What are you crying about? The first metric that the NFL goes by, college football goes by, college basketball goes. Who won the head-to-head? Okay, Miami and Notre Dame played. Notre Dame lost, so you're not over Miami automatically, unless Notre Dame had a better winning percentage, which they didn't. They lost to Texas A&M. That's the end of it. No matter what.
It'll all settle itself when Miami loses by 3 scores next Saturday.
And when Notre
Texas A&M.
Dame plays in their bowl game,
They're not playing again.
Right. I know.
Yeah,
They took their ball and They took their ball and went home.
No, I mean I think that was stupid. I think you go out like Georgia did. Like when Georgia got left out.
Yeah, they went out and put belt.
Put 62, 65 points on FSU?
63-3. One of my favorite games I've ever watched in my life.
But FSU didn't have those players, bro. They opted in the draft.
Which I would venture to say the JMU Oregon score might be very similar.
Yeah.
In JMU's favor.
Belt.
JMU's winning that game. Sorry,
Belt.
Oregon. Sorry, Oregon.
Look at how many SBC teams JMU's beaten versus how many SBC teams Oregon's beaten. It's it may shock you.
Yeah, 9-0 to what? Zero wins
Something
for
like
Oregon?
that. Yeah,
I
something
mean,
like that.
what more can you say? How you feel about Heisman favorites? Y'all got Diego Pavia or Mendoza, you think?
Mendoza.
Winning? I think Mendoza.
I've still got DJ Lagway. I mean, you look at him, I mean, he has more or less interceptions than touchdowns this year. It's
close.
It's close. I mean, it's hard
I think
to put
that
up,
shows his competitive spirit,
That's what
though.
I'm saying. It's hard to put
Risk
up
taker.
good numbers on both sides of the board. I mean, he gets so tired of scoring touchdowns that he says, I want to start scoring touchdowns for the other team.
Yeah, he's just spreading love, I think.
I
That's all
think
it
he's
is.
just a really generous, nice guy.
I think that's all it is. Run the ball finally happened, by the way.
On the ball.
38 carries,
And you know what?
266
Let's go back
yards.
to Summerall for a second. The fact that he says, I would have handed it to him 10 more times.
That should be all Jaden Ball needs.
Jaden Ball would be a fool to not come back. Where else would he go? Where would he go?
I don't.
Put him
Bama.
on roller skates. He'd be MVP at Sonic, maybe. But I mean, what are we doing? I mean, keep him at Florida. He's Heisman material.
No,
He is.
seriously. I think if Summerall or really any competent offensive coordinator was at Florida, I really think Jaden Ball would have rushed for probably 1,600 yards and probably would have been in the Heisman race.
He
I
could
really
have set
think
the
that.
Florida record. I think that he could be number 1 in the Florida record book. But
I mean, you rushed for almost 300 yards. What is?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else
you
you
do
can
that
say.
every game. I mean, I don't know.
You're in the record books.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And I think he got snubbed. He got on team 2 of All-American.
Yeah,
right?
I think that was BS. I think he should have been first team, but it's all good. It is what it is. But how you feel about Gators basketball sort of taking a downward spiral? Gators fall to 5-4 after a loss to UConn last night. Xavier Lee he had a great game last night, but still has proven to just not be that guy.
We're not. I don't know why we keep trying to go from deep like last year. I mean, it's clearly evident that we're not that team this year. We need to have a different strategy.
Yeah.
We don't have our 2 guards that we had last year. We don't have Walter Clayton Jr., who was my lock screen for a while, and we don't have Elijah Martin. And you can't.
Yeah.
I think you gotta choose a different method of attack. I really do.
No, I completely agree.
We're ugly, disgusting from 3 points. It's
It's really bad, but I mean, also, we've lost 4 games, but I mean, what every team we've lost to is a top 10 opponent. I think every one of them.
Look at UConn last year. I mean, this was probably game of the year outside of March Madness. I mean, this was one of if not the most important game that we played.
And they've all been close. It's not like we're getting blown out by anybody. I mean, all these games are really close, tight games. So we did beat FSU. So I mean, at least you didn't lose that game. That's kind of the most important thing. Going into finishing off last year, obviously 40-21 FSU. As bad of a year as we had as Gator fans, I think that did us some. We deserved that. One final win at home. So
I care more about FSU losing than I do Florida winning sometimes. So
The
having
criminals.
both, and I sat next to this very beautiful girl at the FSU game. It was very nice.
she a Gator fan or?
She was.
Okay.
She graduated from Florida 4 years ago. So she's a little bit of a cougar. I got her phone number, but yeah, we'll have to.
Shout out to you. Well, as far as the college football, we're gonna save obviously the game. The games are next weekend, right? Yeah, I think so. Next Saturday. So obviously, we're getting back on schedule. We'll be posting these Thursdays again. Super excited to have a very, very special guest in a couple weeks. He's returning from a business trip, I guess you could say. So excited for that. That kind of covers college
like
football
jail or something.
You could say that. I mean, basically to him probably. But
Okay, never mind.
sort of closing out college football. Obviously, we got our game picks next week. So I think if we can get into our NFL game picks for this week, what you got for us, Noah?
All right. Thursday we've got Falcons Bucks.
This one actually kind of an interesting game because obviously the Bucs have been on downward spiral. Baker has not played at an MVP level. It's almost as if like their offense is not functioning very well without Liam Cullen there. Almost kind of like I've been saying. But I'm going to take the Bucs anyway. Falcons have a really good defense. I definitely can see this game getting close, but Mike Evans is coming back, so I'm going to take the Bucs.
Belt Bucks.
All right, what else we got?
All right, Sunday we have Jets versus Jaguars.
Let's save that one for last. I got
All
a lot
right,
to say.
all right.
I got a lot to say.
Bills Patriots.
I was just telling Christian, we'll get into it later about Drake May. Never mind, I won't even say it yet. But I'm going to take the Bills to win that game at Boston.
Patriots. Belt.
All right, bro.
All right, we have 6-7 Ravens versus the Bengals.
I'm going to go, if Joe Burrow plays, give me Joe Burrow and the Bengals to get it done.
Ravens. Belt.
We have the Chargers versus 6-7 Chiefs.
I don't think the Chargers are very good either. I think the Chiefs finally start to figure it out and try to make a playoff push. I don't think they will make it.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Shout out Taylor Swift for ruining Travis Kelce's career. I'm going to go with the Chiefs to get it done, though.
Chargers. Belt.
Dude.
Cardinals versus Texans.
I'm going to take the Cardinals with the up. No, I'm just playing. I'm going to take the Texans to get it done. Texans probably, unfortunately, are one of the scariest teams in the AFC right now because of that defense. So,
Is it at the Cardinal Stadium?
who's on the
It
bottom?
is at Texans.
Oof.
Texans. Belt.
Yeah.
The bottom one's the home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the Browns versus the Bears.
The Bears. Hey, never forget Christian Sutton saying that the Bears are frauds and will never make the playoffs. I've called it since week 4. I said they were going to be a playoff team. Here they are.
They have not clinched.
What are they, 9-4?
Yes.
They're
Okay.
actually below the Packers.
Okay.
Up next, we have a clash of the Titans, if you will. The Commanders versus the Giants.
Divisional game. I think Jackson Dart is playing. I'm going to go with the Giants to get it done.
Commanders. Belt.
Oh, my goodness. You're dude.
I like that. I like the enthusiasm. I like the umph. We have the Raiders versus the Eagles. Is this even worth talking about?
Yeah.
The Birds.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, them birds.
Shout out Noah.
Oh, no, shout out Jonah.
Jonah.
Shout
Yeah.
out E EDP 445.
No, don't shout him out on this
Sorry.
show.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah, I got Eagles. Shout out Jonah.
Colts Seahawks.
Good game. Phillip Rivers just got signed to the Colts. Old man Rivers is coming to town. When you're coming out of retirement, probably the last thing you want to do is play a top 3 defense in the NFL, and that's exactly what he's doing. So, unfortunately, and he's on a short week. I'm going to take the Seahawks to get it done.
I'm going to expect the Colts to hand this ball off 45 times on Sunday.
They should.
I'm going to take the Colts. Belt.
All right. Let's see here. Packers Broncos.
Another good one. This is going to be a huge game for the Jaguars, assuming we beat the Jets. This brings us within one game of the Broncos, so if they lose, and I think they will, I think the Broncos are frauds in the AFC. I think they have a really great defense, so I won't necessarily call them frauds. They have a really great defense. I just don't think Bo Nix and that offense has what it takes to get it done when it matters most. So I'm going to
What's
go
the game?
with the Packers.
Packers,
Broncos. I'm going to go with the Packers.
I'm going to take the Broncos. Belt.
Dude, he's going exact opposite of everything I've said.
I just like the Broncos. I mean, they're the number 1 seed on the NFC side. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Titans 49ers.
Cam Ward, you are not him. You are not him. I'm going to go with the Niners.
I mean, if Carson Beck can replace your spot, it says a lot.
I think the Titans should draft Carson Beck.
I would love to see the Titans draft Carson Beck. I think that would be wonderful.
Who you got, Christian?
Yeah, this is going to be like bad. The 49ers might put up 40. Give me the Niners. No.
Panthers versus the Saints.
Saints have been turning up. I mean, they just beat the
Tyler
Bakers,
Shuck.
the Baker Mayfield Bucks last week. I don't think that happens again, but who knows? Panthers are the most inconsistent team in the entire NFL. Maybe most inconsistent team I've ever seen in the NFL. But I'm going to go with the Panthers.
The Panthers might win the division. It's scary.
It's seriously possible.
Baker is selling, so I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. But I got the Panthers winning that division, bro. That's all I got to say.
Lions Rams.
Really good game.
Matchup.
This is a huge game for the Lions. They really need this win. But I'll say it again. I just think the Rams overall the most dominant team in the NFL right now. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Is this at Detroit?
This is at LA.
Give me Detroit belt.
Oh, my.
All right, and then our last game on Sunday, we have the Vikings versus the Cowboys at Dallas.
I mean, I've said it since I think week 3. J.J. McCarthy's an absolute fraud. He's a joke. I mean, he literally is a joke. He's turned into a meme. That's all he is now. I mean, I know they just won 31-0. Still not even close to being sold. So, give me Cowboys. Shout out Timmy. I think they gonna eat him up. So, give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, if the
Lead 'em,
Cowboys
boys.
were functional on defense, maybe it's possible.
I don't think you have to have a functional defense
This
for
is gonna
J.J.
be a
McCarthy.
bad game, like all around. Like the Vikings defense is mediocre. Dak Prescott's having a great year, but dude, the Cowboys defense is so bad at football. Like genuinely, like it's probably one of the worst defenses groups I've seen in the last 5 years. I'm gonna take the Cowboys. That
We
hurts
them
me to say
boys.
that. Hold
They
up.
suck. I'm going to take them.
Boys.
We them boys.
Even the Cowboys, just because Dak Prescott will just going to throw all over the Vikings. So
All right, then Monday, we have the 6-7 Dolphins versus the 7-6 Steelers.
been waiting all day for my
Mediocre versus the Dolphins. Okay. I think the Dolphins, here they go.
Bell.
They're making their playoff push. Here we go.
Are they not? Are they still in?
They're likely going to lose this game. I'm going to go with the Dolphins just out of respect for Ian. So shout out Ian. I'm going to go with the Dolphins to get washed up Rodgers off the field. By the way, you get a win to barely make it over 500. Oh, you're 7-6, and he wants to come out the media, start trashing the fans like you got to shut your mouth now, dude. You're 7-6. What are you talking
Are
about?
we trash talking Aaron Rodgers right now?
Yeah. Oh, come on, bro. Don't tell me you're a Rodgers fan.
This is my exit.
Okay, bro.
I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I just want to hit this before we.
Yeah.
What is that?
Thank you, Choa Nolman, for joining us today. You ain't seen that? It's Aaron Rodgers celebration.
I ain't had no phone.
Well, thank you, Choa Nolman. Have a great night. Shout out Choa Nolman for joining us. We appreciate him. Those are our game picks for the week. And now I think it's time. You get a call?
I got a big phone call.
You got minutes on that thing? Let's all give a round of applause for Christian and his new flip phone.
It don't even work.
For those of you that think it's a joke, it's not. That's his phone. That's his actual phone. Are you playing Chopper or Chicken on there?
We gotta go Walmart after. Go get another phone. I'm not joking.
Okay, bro.
I'm not joking.
I know. That's why I'm laughing. Anyway, I think I'm going to let it. I'm not going to go too crazy. Because we got the Jets are slept on. I think they have I wouldn't say slept on, but their defense is really good. So we got the Jets defense to play against and the Broncos defense to play against. So before I come in here and absolutely ransack every Trevor Lawrence hater on the planet, we'll give it 2 weeks and see how it goes. But I will say everything that I've been saying is basically coming true. I mean, we've played against some really good defenses. Obviously, the Titans suck just because they have a dysfunctional offense. They have a really good defense. Trevor Lawrence looked amazing against them. Trevor Lawrence looked great against the Chargers. He looked phenomenal, I'll go to say, against the Colts in the rain, in which I had little hope just because Trevor Lawrence in the rain historically has not been very good. But thankfully, we're not talking about historically anymore. This is the new Jaguars. And how about 17 for 30 for 250 yards, 2 tutters? What you got to say about that?
Yeah, dude. Like a couple weeks ago, I was like one of those incels that would sit there and be like, Trevor Lawrence sucks at football. But like, really look at it, and just kind of the perspective of a guy that just kind of started watching this year, was kind of catching the tail end of last year, getting ranked on my job site about how bad the Jaguars were all year long. Like, I'll never forget the Miami game where we were up by 2 scores and I turned the TV off, kind of had to go do something, came back, and Travis Etienne fumbled on the goal line, and everything just went bad.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not trying to get off topic, but what I was going to say is that when I started watching this year, and I was under the impression, because every Jaguar fan ever is like, Trevor Lawrence is not very good at throwing the football. Chiefs game, back shoulder fade route that Brian Thomas Jr., I was like, wow, that is the greatest throw I've ever seen Trevor Lawrence make in his 5 years. Sunday, the Colts game, Tim Patrick down the sideline. Holy crap, dude.
And the fade ball to BTJ.
Fade route, dude. Like I'm saying, it feels like almost every other week, I would say, I'm looking at a Trevor Lawrence throw. I'm like, wow, that's a great ball. That might be the best ball I've ever seen Trevor Lawrence throw.
Yeah.
And we went from, and I've seen the growth, and it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but man, like against the Texans, when he threw that boneheaded pick, I think the last boneheaded pick Trevor Lawrence had was against the Texans, where he threw it into triple coverage after 3 consecutive drops. So, I mean, I think that he's made strides. The only thing is that the completion percentage, but we had drops yesterday too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which again, I'm not too concerned about. It was obviously the rain was a huge factor. I mean, we were at the game, or I was at the game. Christian was gonna go, but had some stuff he had to catch up on. But yeah, it was cold, it was wet, it was windy, and I'll point out, just for one example, Trevor Lawrence playing in the rain up against Philly in 2022 had 4 fumbles and a pick in that game.
Well, remember,
turned the ball over 5 total times.
You remember did you see the podcast with him? He was like, yeah, high school, Pee-wee, college, I never played in the rain.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, dude, how is that even possible?
I don't know.
He lived in Georgia.
Well, you got to think, too, like, I guess those college football playoff games are always indoor, too, that he was playing in college.
Dude, what I'm saying is that, like, I played, like, high school sports. Like, I didn't play it at a very high level or nothing, but I'm saying, like...
That's still crazy.
Like, dude,
to think about.
We've played in the rain multiple times. Like, it's like a normal thing. Like, to say that I've never played in the rain before over 4 years of high school.
And he lives in Georgia, too. He played Georgia. It's not very far.
He was a 4-year college guy. 8 years. You didn't play one time in the rain. That's crazy.
Pretty nuts. But, yeah, he played great. But, I mean, this is exactly what I've been talking about. And, I mean, I was defending Trevor Lawrence with my life going into week, 10 or so. And it felt like, I mean, I just knew it was a matter of time. I mean, I'd been saying it, just give him time. You'll see. And here we are. And Baker Mayfield and the Bucs don't seem to be doing too well without Liam Cohen. And here we are. The Jaguars are sitting at 9-4, and Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his career. So that's kind of what I've been saying. So I'm glad it's finally coming true. It'll all, I think, the biggest game of the year probably is going to be in 2 weeks against the Broncos at Denver. There's a chance that game is for the number 1 seed in the AFC. And that's going to be a huge game. It's going to be a huge game and a huge test. This will show, obviously, this is a huge test this week. A lot of people are saying, well, you didn't really beat the Colts. I mean, Danny Dimes wasn't playing. But it was like, okay, I mean, it was 14-7. Danny Dimes threw a pick on his first drive. They got the ball back, and he took a sack. So when he got hurt, it was 3rd and 23. They were about to hand the ball off like they did, and basically gave up on the drive. Whether Danny Dimes was in the game or not, it was going to be 3rd and 23, and they were going to be coming off the field. In which we got the ball back and went up 21-7. We go up 21-7. Even if Danny Dimes is still in the game, I still feel like we're winning that game because, I mean, they went down the field and got 3 points. It's not like Riley Leonard played bad. And then, of course, they get 3 points. And then we go right down the field and get another touchdown and go up 28-10 at half. So if you're trying to sit there and tell me that Danny Dimes would have went out there and played defense for them, you're just stupid. I mean, it's just all the excuses. Travis Etienne said it best this week. He said, we don't care anymore. They're going to find every excuse to not give us any type of credit for anything we do. They're going to keep overlooking us, which is perfectly fine with us because we're just going to keep winning games. So I believe that. I think we're going to move to 10-4. I think right now is the best time for us to take over the AFC because I feel like the AFC is up in the air right now. So I'm super excited for this week. Obviously, the Jets. The more I think about it, the more I feel like it's going to be a trap game just because the more I think like, oh, no, it's definitely not going to be a trap game makes me think it is. So I think we handle business in Duval. I'm not super worried about it. And then, you're 10-4 going into that Denver game. So that'll really show if Trevor Lawrence performs. Y'all better hope Trevor Lawrence doesn't perform well in that game because I'm going to come on here and let y'all have it because I'm tired of the Trevor hate. Several Jaguar pages been posting for weeks about Trevor Lawrence he's not that guy. Liam doesn't like Trevor. Liam doesn't want Trevor, yada, yada, yada. It's just false. You just don't know ball, and I'm sorry that you guys just look at a stat sheet and don't watch the games and you don't watch what actually happens in the game. I'm sorry that you're not doing that. But Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his career right now. I think it'll continue, and he's the guy, and I have no doubt of that. I actually was able to go over every quarterback in the NFL right now with a Trevor kind of hater today, and he even said like, yeah, going over it, he's a top 10 quarterback right now, and I agree. So something I want to get into as well is the Drake May comparisons. Drake May is one of the most overrated players in the NFL right now. The fact that he was an MVP candidate was laughable. I went back and watched every single offensive snap of Drake May this year, and it's laughable. The fact that this guy is getting MVP odds being as high as they were when all he does is throw 5-yard out routes, and I mean he's a system quarterback. I mean he is nothing more than that, and that's what the Mike Vrabel offense is. So good for him. So I'm not even saying that the Patriots won't be successful or that they're a bad team, but I think you look at their schedule and you look at the way they play football. I have no doubt that the Jaguars defense roughs up Drake May. I mean, a perfect stat that I brought up to Christian and to Ian, in which they could not believe. Drake May has 13 completed pass attempts of 20-plus yards. Keep in mind, that's not 20 air yards. That's 20-yard plays, meaning he dumps off a screen pass. If he goes 20 yards, that counts, which is a good bit of those. You probably have maybe 6, 7 of those are actual 20-plus air yard passes. So, I mean, when you're playing football like that, I mean, it's just not comparable when Trevor Lawrence is throwing 30, 40-yard dimes on the sideline and rolling out and making the plays that he is. So, I think it's laughable for people to compare them. So, I think, especially with their schedule and the way that Drake May is playing right now, I don't see the Broncos beating them. I don't see the Patriots beating the Broncos. I think the Patriots could get a first-round bye just because of their schedule, and I think any other team in the AFC could beat them right now. I'm taking the Bills to beat them, us to beat them, the Broncos to beat them. I think the Patriots are the biggest frauds.
I'd take the Chiefs.
The Chiefs to beat them?
I think the Chiefs beat them.
Yeah, I could see that. But I've talked a lot. What you got to say about Trevor Lawrence as of late, the comparison, and what you see in the Jaguars' future?
I've been listening to everything you said. I mean, like I said, when you said that stat to me earlier, I was like, no way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if I said. So 13, yeah. Guess how many Trevor Lawrence has? I think
43 or something?
No.
How much is it?
Double that.
Oh, dang.
85 passes completed of 20 yards or more. So, again, it's unfortunate how many Jaguar fans are just, like, not very competent, unfortunately. I appreciate fans showing up for the game, but a lot of these fans just don't really know ball. So I'm glad these people are starting to know ball a little bit better, or at least that we're putting the word out for them, because the Trevor Lawrence slander's got to stop. It's just unnecessary.
You know, I was kind of like in between about Cohen for a while. Even here lately, I was just like, dude, the play calling down the stretch, it's like, to let the Houston even get close to back of that game was horrible. But, heard something the other day. Old Coach Summerall, he was praising my boy, Coach Summerall.
Yep.
Bought his house from
They're
him.
good friends.
Yeah.
Good friends.
They coached at Kentucky together.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to really say nothing about Coach Summerall. Noah spit some facts.
He did.
I was listening. I didn't even have nothing to say. But hashtag come to the Sum. Coach Summerall.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean,
But I'm excited, dude. But I'm kind of gearing back to the Jaguars, man. Like I said, I saw this the other day, and I had to think about it. I was like, man, that's crazy. If Jacoby Myers gets re-signed and he keeps going the way he's going, I mean, I think he has a touchdown every last 3 of these games. He's playing great. If we re-sign him and like everything goes good, this will go down as like a top 5 trade in Jaguars history.
yeah.
I was like, dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, for
Obviously,
sure.
you got the. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No,
but
you're good.
You got the Brunell trade way back in the day. That was a draft, the expansion draft or whatever. Then you got the Baselli trade, where we traded Baselli to Houston for his last year. And he played his last year in Houston.
Yeah.
But we got a first round pick.
That was kind of like a troll move.
Well, that's what I mean. We got a first round pick. You know who we drafted? Fred motherfucking Taylor.
Ooh, F-bomb.
Not bad.
No, you good.
Fred Taylor, dude. So it's like stuff like that. I think that's really cool. That like.
Shout out Caldwell. It's coming to Florida.
David Caldwell, get out of here,
Dude, Dave Caldwell probably has. I mean, it makes perfect sense. We talked about he has probably one of the. I don't know how to describe the reaches he went for in
Portals.
No, not only that, but Gator players. I think it's a good fit because he reached on some Gator. I mean, talking about
man.
Taven Bryan,
CJ.
CJ Henderson, Dante Fowler, which Dante Fowler wasn't bad,
bad, it just-
but I don't know if he's worth a first round pick.
But
So-
did he draft Jawan?
Yeah, Jawan Taylor. I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Jawan Taylor, which again, I mean, he played all right, but still not a first overall
He
pick.
did not play all right.
No, he did for us for a while.
Penalties were horrible.
That was towards his first couple of years weren't as bad, but his last year and then going to the Chiefs, it just went nuts. I don't know what changed, but
Probably
yeah,
just kept getting beat.
Yeah,
Probably
it was-
jump a little bit earlier.
it was bad. So yeah, Dave Caldwell. I want to say this. Everybody hated on Trent Baalke, and I'm glad he's gone. But dude, you look at it. Trent Baalke built this team that we're so successful with. I mean, he drafted all these guys. These huge talent players that are balling out for us right now, and we're about to re-sign. Travis Etienne, Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence.
Are we re-signing Walker? I mean, is that not a conversation?
No, I definitely think we are. I mean, I don't think he'll get a max contract. But anybody that wants to go pay Trayvon Walker a max contract, go ahead. No disrespect to Trayvon Walker. I think he's been playing great as of late. I mean, he's got a broken hand, so does Eric Armstead. But they're still playing through injuries.
Well,
So
see, in theory, it makes sense when you run a 4-3 and then you have 2 really good edge rushers. Like, it makes sense in
Yeah.
theory. But Trayvon, like, dude, he's just so on and off. Like, some game, like the Chargers game, first snap, sack.
yeah.
Or it was, I think he threw it away. I think Herbert threw it away last minute. But like,
He has been injured a lot this year. I think when he's been healthy, even not healthy, I think he had a great game on Sunday.
well, you guys also think Devin Lloyd, like, that's another guy.
Yeah.
He's on a contract.
Got to bring
year.
him back.
Yeah, dude, he just got another pick. I mean, he's second in the league right now in interceptions.
Yep.
So I mean, that's very
At first for linebackers,
Yeah, the dude in front of him plays for the Bears or something.
Kevin Byard. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's got 6.
We could have got Kevin Byard, bro. You know,
Yeah, we could've.
We could have. We let him walk. Oh, we didn't let him walk, but we just didn't
Yeah.
sign him. But
But I'm happy with and obviously Eric Murray came back. He played good.
he got a fumble, forced fumble.
Yeah, and then that was the other thing too. Like people saying Danny Dimes would have changed that. Like, yeah, Danny Dimes would have held on to the football for Jonathan Taylor. Like, they hand off the football and Jonathan Taylor fumbles. Like, what is Danny Dimes going to change about that? So I don't know. It's annoying. It's stupid. But people love to hate the Jaguars. Another perfect example. Week 16, the 6-7 Ravens are playing the Patriots. That game got flexed to Sunday Night Football instead of us, which is probably going to be 10-4 Jags versus 11-3 Broncos, which is likely for the 2 seed in the AFC.
Who's the 1
So
seed?
it's just laughable.
Who's the 1 seed?
I'm assuming the Broncos lose this week.
Well,
It all depends.
I'm saying who would be
right,
the 1 seed?
Right now, the Broncos are the 1 seed. But I'm saying I
So
expect
you think it comes down to Jacksonville or Denver? That's what I'm asking you.
or the Patriots. I mean, they have to play the Bills and Ravens. I think they could easily lose both those games. I think the 1 seed is definitely all up for grabs.
Well, we don't control our own destiny, do we?
No, even if we win out,
Doesn't
we still
matter.
need the Ravens and Broncos, or the Patriots and Broncos to lose a couple games, which I think they could. Again,
How many games still are locked for playoffs in general? Like even a wild card? I thought 3 and 2. I think I heard that number over 10-10 XL.
I
They
think
said
we have
3
to
and 2.
win.
Okay, like we got 5 games left, and he said like if we win 3, we're in. If we win like 4 or 5,
I think,
possible
I think
bye.
3 were in for sure. But I mean,
You just need
those
Houston.
those include like the Titans and the Jets.
Well, it'd been better had the
Were they-
Colts beat the Texans, and then we would have played the Colts and beat the Colts.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would have been better, but now Houston's in the loop.
Yeah, I think Houston's probably the most dangerous
Houston
team right
might
now.
make the wild card, dude.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they're playing.
But, dude, at
their,
the same
their
time,
schedule's very favorable
I'd
the
rather
rest of the year.
I'd rather play the Texans than the Colts. Let me tell you why, dude. If you go and ask every Jaguar player, which they've been doing, and they're like, "How do you guys respond to that Texans game?" And it's like, and every single one of them like, "We hate it." And then it's like the Chargers game, for example. Like they put it on the Chargers, like, "Man, what made y'all go so hard?" You know what all of them or most of them said? Houston.
Yeah. No.
I think they want to play Houston.
This
bro.
week,
we
I
beat
mean,
'em.
that was 5 weeks ago, and this week in this press conference, Liam Cohen was like, "Yeah, that Houston game was a huge turning point for us. I think that's where everything shifted," which is great to hear. I mean, again, everybody's sleeping on us, but geez, man, and we go out. I mean, everybody's talking about Justin Herbert, how he's a top 10 quarterback. I mean, we go out and hold him to 70 yards. That's if Trevor Lawrence threw for 70 yards in a pick. Oh dear. I mean, I don't know. Jags fans might show up at his house. I don't know. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert does. Oh no, it's all good. He's a top 5 quarterback, top 10. Go. No, what do you mean? What do you? I mean, the Trevor Lawrence hate's so forced. But my point is, we've beat some real. I mean, we diced up a really good Titans defense, a really good Chargers defense, 34-6. Are you kidding me? And then obviously the Cardinals. Trevor obviously threw the picks, weren't great, but every time we needed to make a play or we needed Trevor to make a play and win us the game, he did. And as well as last week, I mean, we scored 28 points in the first half. I mean, that should say enough. But hey, if Daniel Dimes was in there, he definitely would have held us to less than 28. That wouldn't have happened. But I'm super happy with the way the Jaguars are headed. I said it once, I'll say it again. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't end up being our quarterback, fine. If ETN doesn't get re-signed, fine. If Trayvon Walker doesn't, Devin Lloyd, whatever. I'll tell you one thing. We got our guy.
Don't mess with Dewey.
We got it. We got our guy. We got our coach. Liam Cohen's going to be in Jacksonville for a very long time, and I'm super excited
Quote
for it.
him.
He's going to be.
Quote him right now.
Quote me. I don't care. I didn't listen. When we were 8, I wasn't saying this about Doug Peterson when we were 8-3 in the number 1 seed in the AFC.
What were you saying?
I mean, I was happy. We were winning. Trevor Lawrence was playing at a high level, but I was never like, Doug Peterson, man. He's the truth. This is going to be our guy. I never at any point was like, Doug Peterson's the guy. I never thought he was going to be around for a long time.
What about Gator football?
I thought Dan was going to be there for a while, but I mean,
Dan,
that's...
I honestly, as a like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old guy, I was like, Dan's the guy.
Yeah, and he kind of was.
He was the man, bro. Like I thought he could do no wrong. Like genuinely, like every time, like when we played USF and Emory Jones threw 2 picks and a touchdown, I was like, Dan's got it. We're good.
He'll work it out.
We were not good.
Imagine if Dan would have stuck around. Maybe he would have been able to turn around AR's career.
Maybe.
That was funny. Everybody, Danny Dimes getting hurt. Everybody thinks AR's about to come in the game. AR's on
Riley
IR.
Leonard.
Riley Leonard trots out there. But I'm happy with the defense. Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the defense. Defense has given up a whopping 4 touchdowns over 4 weeks. It's averaging 1 touchdown a week. That's really good football. So we are them boys. Josh Allen's been playing at a very high level. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we got the Jets. We haven't been playing. Obviously, he had a couple sacks against the Titans. Played really well. So We got the Jets coming up this week, and then the Broncos after that. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Jaguar football. I'm really happy with Jaguar football. The Trevor Lawrence haters can suck it, because exactly what I've been saying all year is finally happening. So, Christian Sutton, you got anything else to say?
Dude, Marab.
Okay.
Belt. Peter Yan.
said it. I did tell him before this.
He predicted.
He called me a madman. He literally, I think word for word.
Joshua Van does not deserve the belt.
Yeah, that does suck.
That was a horrible Pantoja. Rest in peace.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't think Joshua Van's probably gonna have to defend it before Pantoja comes back. Which Manel Kopp and who you got in that fight? Manel Kopp and Brandon Royval fight this week.
Brandon Royal.
I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval as well.
That's a big boy.
I
For
think-
flyweight, that's a big old dude.
I think he's gonna get the title shot next, because I don't think Pantoja's gonna be back in time.
There's no way, dude. That's gonna be like 6 months at least, because you gotta think he's gotta recover from it, like heal a broken
That's what I just
bone.
said.
But I'm saying, yeah, I'm just saying, and then he's gotta train. He's gotta train up for it.
Yeah.
That's gonna take at least 9 months.
Yeah, so he's definitely Joshua Van's definitely gonna defend his belt one
what
time.
about Marab?
He was saying, I saw in an interview, he was saying that the UFC immediately told him there would be a rematch, which is completely fair. Peter Yan's trying to pull some, he doesn't deserve a rematch, blah, blah, blah. It's okay, buddy.
He gave you the rematch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like,
what I mean.
he beat up on Peter Yan last time, and then he goes, gets the belt, defends it 3 times. He fought 4 times in 2025. That's a good champion. The UFC absolutely should do him some justice and give an immediate rematch
Let
to
him run it
Marab.
back, dude.
Yeah, for sure. But that was a good fight. It was unfortunate that the Pantoja fight obviously ended like that, because that looked like it was about to be a banger. But
They were throwing.
shout out Peyton Talbot, Henry Cejudo. That was a banger fight. And obviously Dana, I'm not a huge Henry Cejudo fan. I don't really like him at all, honestly. But shout out to him for going out there and
Put on a show.
yeah, bro, putting on a show for his last fight. So I wish him a good retirement. Dana gave him a nice fat bonus for that, so good for him. But Peyton Talbot and Henry Cejudo put on a show, man. And then obviously fights coming up. Justin and Patty are fighting, and then Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong.
Yeah,
that's gonna
Armin's
be.
sitting at home right now like, what the freak? They're just watching this fight go down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that, really. To be honest.
I don't think it has
Same with
nothing.
Diego and Volk.
Oh, dude, that I've been telling, but you were trying to tell me that it was a good fight for him to end on.
No, I think it's a good matchup, but I don't really
He's not very
understand.
deserving, dude. Diego has fought 1 time since that fight against Volk. He won.
I mean, knocked out John Silva.
Yeah, dude, he fought 1 time. We have 2 undefeated contenders right now.
Yeah, which both won by knockout. So
That's
I'm not.
what I mean. I mean,
I'm
I
not
don't
really
know.
sure, but Dana's probably just doing what's best for business.
Oh, just for business. Yeah, it's bigger name, bigger fight,
Yeah.
rematch for the
Diego
belt.
Lopez is a big name. Everybody loves him. Nobody knows who Evlivov is.
What
Nobody.
about the black dude?
Huh?
What about the black guy?
Even Lerone Murphy. Not a lot of people know who he is. Like Diego
that-
Lopez
but
is a huge name.
That's the problem with this. Is like you gotta look at it more as a sport than like a business, man. Like if you're looking, like, it just depends on what you're.
No, I agree. But I'm
if
just
you're-
saying that's just how
I'm
it
not gonna
is.
say none, but if you're like more of a casual guy like me, like you want to see the big names, and yeah, that might seem like a more. Well, why wouldn't you put Diego Lopez versus Volk? That's gonna bring in more numbers. But if you're really a sports guy, you'd be like, well, Lerone Murphy deserves it more. And
Yeah.
the other guy deserves it more.
I don't disagree at all. I
get
that's
what
just
you're saying.
how
Like,
it is,
it is
unfortunately.
it's gonna be a bigger fight. But
Yeah. But we'll see.
that's
And
what
then-
makes me. That's what makes me think it's his retirement fight. Which that's my favorite
Yeah.
fighter. If he gets knocked out, dude, I'm
we
buying an Australian flag and I'm taking it to Miller's. I'm wearing it.
ain't gonna be watching that at Miller's. No more pay per view.
Oh, that's right. Are we
No
gonna
more
do it at the
pay
house or
per view.
something?
Yeah, we gonna do it at the house.
I'm still wearing it.
Yeah, you can pull up to the house. We'll hang in that Australian flag, bro, at the house.
it.
So
I wonder how long till your dad notices. Like a front
probably
house.
immediately. My dad, he be
Freak, man.
he be staying on top of junk. But I think that's all we got for today. Jaguars football is looking really good.
Come to
Super
the
happy with Trevor
Sum.
Lawrence. John Summerall, welcome to Gainesville.
Come to the sum.
Two phones, 2 jobs. What do you say? 2 hours of sleep. Yeah. 2 dropping bars already. Thank you guys for tuning in to Zero Talent Pod. We apologize for the extended wait time. This one's just kind of off rip. We didn't have any notes or anything. Shout out Choa Nolman for joining us. Next week, we're going to have, obviously, our notes, get back in the rhythm of things and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're back better than ever. Shout out Ian for helping us as usually, and shout out Choa Nolman for the guest appearance. Shout out Jonah, Noah, Sarah. Why not Luke and Kai, too? But we appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Young as a spit heat. I'ma run it back. Cause I got a toe tag. Wait long. Cause I'm sucking on her big toe. Mess around, you gon' catch his fofo. Catch him lacking on the spot, let him hit a fade. Mess around, spend the day. This is Grand A. Sipping on that lemonade. Yeah, call it Minute Maid. Cause I be chillin' with this Grand A. She cooking me up Oreo bars every day. Yeah, that's what I eat now. Sipping on the Capri Sun pouch. Ooh, let me hit you with another one. Chillin' with the boys, yeah, they couple bums. Yeah, I'm chillin' with this Grand A. I be chillin' with this Grand A. I be chillin' with this Grand A. Now it's Granny's calling me babe. Now it's Granny's calling me babe. Cause I'm chillin' with this Grand A. Grand A. Young Busy on the beat, let me spread it like some man.